Hello, English 200 students. In this video, we are going to cover the final assignment in the course, an abstract. So if you remember real fast, you've already read some abstracts all the way back in Module 2. Those are the short paragraph that accompanies research articles, and they briefly explain kind of the big idea, the major findings, the so what, about a research article. So for this final assignment, you will be doing the same thing. It is important to note that this assignment is due on the final day of the course, which is always a Monday at 11:59 p.m. Central. So it's not due that Sunday before when your research paper was due. You have one more day to get this done. The length should be no more than 250 words for the abstract itself and about 250 words for your reflection. So this comes out to about 2 pages total if you are double spacing those, as you should, not including the title page. The format should be in APA. So again, you need that title page. You're going to need 1 page just for your abstract and 1 page just for your reflection. We do provide a template here that you can look at, and that'll help you out, as well as APA's specific guidelines about how to do abstracts here. All right, I do want to bring your attention to this, that you have 2 options here, and you only need to do 1. So please do not do both, only choose 1. The choice doesn't matter, it is completely up to you. Option 1 is to write the abstract yourself. So using no outside sources, review your research paper, review all of your notes, everything you've done throughout this entire semester, and write a 250-word paragraph that explains what was happening in your research paper. This is kind of like a summary of your paper, so make sure that you're including something relating to your main argument or thesis, your research questions, or kind of like how you engaged in this process, what you found from other sources, that would be your lit review, but again, very briefly, the main argument you are making, so your analysis, and leave it at that. That would be option 1. Option 2 is you can use or are allowed to use AI to write the abstract for you. So we give you these options of the free version of ChatGPT or Copilot or Gemini or Perplexity. And you can prompt it to say, I need you to write a 250-word abstract according to APA style rules. And then the important part here is that you will have to upload either a portion, like select portions of your assignment, or ideally all of your assignment to the AI so that it can create an abstract. So again, option 1, you write it yourself. Option 2, AI writes it for you. And here's the real reason we're giving you this choice. If you have AI write it for you, while it will make your job easier in some ways, number 1, there's the ethical implication of you have now submitted your private work to whichever company owns this AI. And some people may not feel comfortable with that. If you feel comfortable with that and you want to go that route, fantastic. If you don't, then you write it yourself. But that's why we wanted to really give you that choice, was to think about these ethical implications of what it means to have AI interact with stuff that you yourself have already created. Once you've finished your abstract, you then need to write a short reflection. Again, this is 250 words. If you wrote your own abstract, you have to explain what it was like to write your abstract, and importantly, why you chose not to use AI. So think about things like, how did writing this abstract help you understand your own paper, maybe in a different way? And then really get into those ethical reasons why somebody or why you did not want to use AI to do this. And just make sure that you're adding enough detail to hit that 250 words so that you're explaining why you made these choices, why you felt that way, and what you learned. Option 2, if you did use AI to write your abstract, You need to talk about which tool you use, so make sure that you clearly list which of those approved AI that we found right up here, ChatGPT, Copilot, Gemini, or Perplexity. So which did you use, and why did you choose to use AI? Still, think about some of those ethical considerations, but really make it a reflection upon the choices and the opportunities that arise. So you did choose to use AI. Was it a good use of it? Maybe you used it and you found that you had some reservations afterward. That is okay. Just make sure that you clearly explain your own thought processes as you were going through this assignment. Like most things in this course, your audience is scholarly. And the reason for that is just like you saw all the way back in Module 2, we were trying to emulate or learn by doing this academic writing approach. And so abstracts are written for fellow academics to help them make sure or choose whether or not they want to use a source. So make sure that you're using that scholarly tone, the very formal language, no slang, no contractions, and stuff like that. The real purpose of this assignment, part of it is a reflection on the work you've done all semester long, but it's also to help you start understanding how you can summarize your own AI or your own work, how AI could summarize, and again, those ethical dimensions related to the use of AI in academic work. Therefore, we do have some assistance for you. If you need a little bit of help on how to write an abstract, you can contact the Office of Student Writing and Learning. If you need, again, those resources for how to do APA. And then we've directly linked some of the different AI programs that you are allowed to use. Finally, I want to bring your attention to the rubric. We've kept it very, very simple. It's one of those completion grades. So as long as you have the title page, the abstract, and the reflection, and you kind of follow the rules of you answer the questions and each is 250 words for a total of 500, full credit. If one of the components is missing or you did not follow the assignment guidelines, so you didn't answer the questions or your abstract is only one sentence long, you'll get partial credit or you get no credit at all. So again, this is the final assignment that you will have throughout this semester. I hope that you really reflect upon the entire journey you've had from that very first module when maybe you were unsure if you could engage in such a complicated project. And now all the way at the end, I want you to celebrate everything that you have achieved by doing something a little simpler and a little more reflective.